Bad luck to Anne Sargent there. That one spun out. Oh, not going to go in. Scores level and 4 goals missed in quick succession.
Dive.
I think young Karen Bullock is playing a good game on Chris Mailer, because even when Chris is beating her to the ball, Karen's positioning herself very quickly to stop any move on goal shots. Come on, Anne, up and over. There it went. And Australia is certainly getting their centre passes away more effectively than they did earlier in the week against England when they suffered that humiliating defeat. England 41 goals to Australia's 34. The England team were ecstatic, their first win ever over Australia in an international match. Sneaky work there by Jolene Hipsey. Got herself positioned before she handed the ball back to her team member for the free pass.
Whistle. Australia 2 goals in front.
One goal.
Centre pass to Australia.
Very nice play, isn't it, by the girl Dwan, because Sue was in full flight there.
Australia by 2, 26 to 24. On the ball. Do something with it.
England 25, Australia 26.
Nice break there by Elizabeth White. An umpire giving her the free pass. Who just can't get quite the feel she'd like. Made up for it on that one.
Play, Pam Redmond. But the line was just a wee bit close.
Pam, the Australian captain, would be the most experienced Australian player on the court. We're only fielding three previous international players.
We being Australia, of course.
Yes. Pam, Monica and Vicky Hastings. All the rest are relative newcomers to the international scene. Colette Thompson blocking Elizabeth White very effectively out of that centre third. She's not letting Elizabeth run down to help her goalers, and it's quite a good tactic.
A bit of pressure here for both teams. Australia leading by 2 goals, 27-25, halfway through the second period, the second half. Shoot it, cries the Australian team, and by golly, she did. Rebound by Sue Hawkins.
I think the umpire's going to stand both of them out.
So that's a 3-goal margin now to Australia, and the Australians have the centre pass, Elizabeth White. And the Australians have put a little bit of space into it now.
Australia 29, England 25.
Play. Sharp passing.
Yes, Hipsy reads Maylor's moves very well.
To 26.
Wry grin there after that decision by the umpire from England. A very wry grin went across Karen Bullock's face as she turned toward the Australian team bench. I'll leave you to interpret what she thought. Don't jump from Sue, they don't fall into your hands.
Australians putting on a centre court press there, trying to slow the England attack end down. Time on their side now with a 3-goal lead. And a lovely tip from Karen Bullock results in an Australian interception. Umpire indicating that Madeleine Douane is not moving away quickly enough to give that 3-foot throwing area. It's been costly for England. She's done it 3 times, and those penalties mean you have 2 goalers in the ring with 1 defender between them.
30 to 26.
Australia by 4 goals. England centre pass.
A nice ball shot there by Chris Mailer. Keeping England in the game. Still a 3-goal difference. Umpire ruling it's an offside, and England player just wanting to be sure what was going on. And Sargent and Sue Hawkins have fitted in well together tonight and taking it in turns to shoot some brilliant goals.
Good sharp passing there by England.
Actually, the umpire is very correct on that one because it's very hard for a player not to follow the goaler in on that back move. And Jolene Hipsey uses her feet so cleverly that Karen did inch in on that one, or from where I was sitting it looked like it.
Hands.
Nice work by Anne Sargent. Nice anticipation. Now Madeleine Douane trying to block Anne Sargent out of that goal ring.
Dive on it, that's the idea. I guess the girls are very wary about diving because they normally play on asphalt and have very hard surfaces, but you really can dive on wood. Nice goal.
Well, I was going to say earlier, their 2 previous test matches have been on concrete, and they were saying they were feeling it in their legs, and they're looking forward to the wooden floor here tonight.
Well, it's very resilient. Down on the court to do the introduction, it was very resilient. Very bouncy, a lot of bounce on the floor. Good hands there by Australia. Look after it. Look after it. 3 seconds.
The England team marking their players very closely there across the centre third and putting a lot of pressure on. That's a lovely goal from Chris Mailer, shooting from way out.
33 to 30.
Bit of a gift. It's the quickest 3 seconds of all time. Karen Bullock. Gee whiz.
England 33, England 30, Australia 33.
hands there.
Time being called, I think.
No,
by
I
the
think
England captain,
time for the
Janine
injury.
Hipsey.
Janine Hipsey.
Uses up a lot of energy in the style of game that she plays.
It's the old wet sponge, I think. Is there anything wrong with your ankle? She's going to continue. England with the ball. Helen Fradley with the pass.
Good defending to make the pass go wild. Nice play there by Monica Pakalis, the Australian pass captain.
Running into spaces is what it's all about.
And we haven't seen as much as this tonight, Dick, from the Australian team as perhaps the crowd are used to seeing.
A little close. Too close. Joyce Brown calls out, shoot it, Annie, and she did.
And I think Joyce would be quite happy with that score at this point, 34-30. This is the highest score that Australia has had against England so far in this series.
Good play. It's what the Australians have to develop more of in their attack, that running into space with the ball outside the circle. Good defence. Obviously penalised because there was heavy contact there.
Umpire standing her ground and saying she saw where the infringement occurred and that's where she was going to award the penalty.
That'll do. Question about that decision being correct.
She fakes a pass very cleverly, the Janine Hipsey, and all aimed at getting the defender's eyes away from where she's actually going to throw the ball.
Karen Buck strong.
And we've seen Chris Mailer play 2 games, virtually with 2 defenders on her in both, and she really has done a grand job for her team, England, being their main goal shooter. Time called.
Final whistle. And Australia wins 36 goals to 33. A big result for the Australian team. Very inexperienced by international standards. And a big result for the Australians, giving them undoubted second place in the tournament.